right. They should be banished.
I have also removed their ninjutsu. But since they have been born a ninja, they die a ninja.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
Good morning, traders. Good morning. Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, My name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we jump onto the charts, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading is risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you always do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. I'm just an idiot here yapping on YouTube for entertainment purposes only. Also, read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Just taking a look. I know I'm looking away from the screen right now. Just taking a look. We got some Cloudflare issues. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I don't know who turned down the World Wide Web over the last couple weeks, but seems to be issue after issue. So for me, for example, right now, nothing's streaming on X. X is tripping out as a whole. I don't even know if my post got sent over there, but can't stream on X. This looks good on YouTube and Kick. I think Kick might be jacked up also. I don't know. Hope you guys can see and hear me. If not, we'll figure something else out. Maybe we'll do it in Discord. Anyway, let's hop onto the charts, man. Went no trade yesterday. See if we can't get something rolling today. What's up, Paul S? Good morning, Chef Trades, Lone Wolf, Relaxed Zen, Fast Money Formula. What's going on, guys? What's going on? A little bit early today. It's, hopped on a little bit early today. It's 9:16 a.m. Eastern. We're going to get this show rolling, man. This is the problem when one technology provider has a monopoly. Yeah. It's really like monopolized where it's all under one roof or a couple of like really large roofs. Obviously not one roof, but yeah, be cautious, guys. I'll note that. Trade Syncer's down. I got notice from them. Trade Zella, I heard, was down. What else? I think Trader's Post was down also. Oh, no. Trade Desk. A number of issues reported. So if you're on, I haven't seen anything messed up yet with Project X, although they have had plenty of issues, as we all know. Haven't seen anything too jacked up with them just yet. But if you're trading at all, right, you're utilizing some trade cloud-based software probably somewhere, or maybe local software, there's potential for that to have issue, right? Especially when we know that there's widespread issues going on that are affecting a number of large sites, right? Large providers. So be cautious. Decide if you notice anything, whether or not you're going to keep trading on the front end, right? Make that a decision. And then also, maybe be ready to screen record. Maybe be ready to take screenshots. Like, we shouldn't have to do this. I would love if everything worked 100%. But it doesn't. It often doesn't. That's just not how this world functions. And we're definitely going to face it in trading. If you trade for long enough, right, you're going to have some issue, some technical issue where, your platform goes down, the connection between you and the platform, the data, anything, right? A number of different things can occur. So just prepare for that. Think about it, like anything else. You want to plan for it. How are you going to handle that? You're going to wrap it up, go touch some grass. You're going to start screen recording right away, accept the risk, and then just, send it, do your thing. It's usually what I do, unless it's live accounts and I notice anything at all. Then I'm really not touching anything. Anyway, let's take a look at the market, man. Here's why I am selling off. This is definitely looking pretty aggressive to the downside so far. Multiple consecutive bearish daily candles. I had a reminder for myself. What is going on, man? I don't know, man. Sorry, tripping out over here. Multiple bearish daily candles here on YM. This is looking pretty gnarly to the downside. Obviously, today we're opening up well below yesterday's candle so far. We're getting ready to open up, unless we completely reverse. This is pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly here on YM to the downside. I was looking at that short yesterday. That would have paid. That definitely would have paid yesterday. Would have came all the way back through the entry, not stopped out, and then come all the way back down. We could talk about that and why I didn't take it, but I'm more focused on this market today. Looking pretty weak on ES here, right? We continue to push highs, pull back down, not breaking any lows, right? Really nice higher time frame trend to the upside. We know what normal market structure and price action looks like. Now, we came up here, failed to break the high, and we really don't get a lower high until we do this, what we did just now, right? where we now fail to break the high and then come down on the low. Again, this is the much higher time frame. It's the daily chart, pretty zoomed out. We're looking at, weeks to months worth of data here. This is pretty big, but I do like to get a feel for that. Are we just blasting to the upside without any type of pullback? Or are we getting now, objectively, take a look at the daily chart, some of the most consecutive bearish daily candles that we've had in a considerable amount of time, and one of the largest from the high pullbacks, right? Take a look at what these look like as far as measured moves, right? We're exceeding this one over here, which was pretty gnarly. We're definitely exceeding this one over here, which was pretty gnarly, right? If we go way far back into the summer or even earlier, we're gonna find this, right? This insane gnarly movement. We're definitely not there yet, but this is looking pretty weak. It's looking pretty weak. So let's narrow down a little bit. We know bearish overall for the last few days, right? Ending last week and then coming into this week. Yesterday we did get that bearish daily candle, right? A down day. Again, this short in here would have paid. I was considering it right in here. Stop loss outside of here. Just didn't like it from the middle of VWAP with no sweep of pre-market Asia London high, not even getting close to prior day high, but would have paid, right? So that's one that's filed under, hey, maybe be a little bit more aggressive. So looking at this bad boy here, we are opening up down below yesterday's close, right? Yesterday's low. Really just selling off through the Asia London session. We cracked right to the downside here, pulled back up to VWAP, tested, and now we are getting ready to open up 200 points below VWAP. Nothing crazy, right? This isn't insane. We got a little bit of room to move, but not a ton, right? We are already at, we're not at a daily range yet, but we are, we're not opening up with a 200-point range like we did yesterday, something like that. 512 points here in YM. So we got some room to move, but we've already moved in this overnight session. So what am I looking at here? I'd like a buy on this. I'd like a buy on this back up to VWAP. I don't know that there is one unless I run it like right here, right now, right? You just run it on a pop right back up through VWAP, maybe back up towards like prior day's value area low. Shorts easy, right? Shorts are going to be easy on any kind of pullback. If we crack right to the upside, right? And that's the reversion play. We come up here, into the 46,700s, maybe just a little bit above VWAP, not even crack this pre-market low. I would consider it. I would consider it for continuation, right? For just this selling pressure to continue. There's a chance that this is just going to open up weak, right? And we're going to do what we did right here, right? Maybe just chop under VWAP for like an hour and then just continue to go, or just go right off of the open. It's not my play to just jump in for a continuation trade on YM. I'm definitely always looking for a reversion style off of the open, right around the open, pre-market even. For this one, this is going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. So I'm going to have to see. If we crack to the upside, I would need it to get all the way back above VWAP. Back above, let's say, yeah, man, back close to this close, right? To go and fill this gap. What was the? Let's take a look at Edgeful I got running on the side. 46,679 they have marked. Yeah, that's way up here. That's way up here as the gap, right? The close from yesterday. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see. Gonna have to see on this one. If we just sell off, I don't have a trade, right? We talk about not having a trade, having a trade. For me, if we just blast to the downside, I don't have a trade, right? There's just no entry. I won't be being patient or not patient. There won't be any entry for me. If we crack to the upside, right? I'm gonna be looking short on this for a potential continuation, right? That kind of nice breaking retest. If we dump really aggressively, if we just sell off at the open, like I'm out on the hourly now, man. This is getting dangerous. I don't know that I'd be jumping in front of this. I don't know that I would be jumping in front of a really bloody Tuesday that starts to form here. I'm gonna have to watch order flow and take a look and see what could a potential level be. I'd have to say all the way down in here, right? You know, to the downside, the 46,000 evens. You know, if I was going to look for a potential zone, if I was going to look for something in a downside, right? That's above all of these October lows, like where we could potentially find buyers before a bounce if we start to crack to the downside here. It's going to be way down here, man. But that would be really aggressive. Like, I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I want that smoke from down here. Area of high volume, right? Key level that we, you know, held as resistance before we popped to the upside, held as support, right? So we got some market structure here. This isn't bad. Again, I'm really zoomed out on the 1 hour here, guys, looking at months of data right now because we are selling off into no man's land. And, you know, 15-minute chart gives me this, but it doesn't give me all of this. Yeah, if we crack to the upside, I could see a continuation back down towards the lows. A short, a long is, you know, we're opening up at the lows here, 9:26 a.m. This could be really gnarly. So bearish overall on the like medium time frame, obviously higher time frame on the U.S. indices. You know, still looking super bullish, even with some selling pressure coming in. I do think this could start to be the turn, right? This looked really, really gnarly when it happened. Sorry to use that same word over and over again, but this looked really rough on YM. We pushed so aggressively, this felt abnormal and unnatural on a holiday. We just continued to blast. We swept this high by a little bit, hung out here, and then turned. And since then, we really have just been on a downtrend with YM here. You know, since this move from the 13th, we've really just been pushing the downside. You know, we had this happen, but this wasn't even as aggressive as it was on the other U.S. indices, right? We, you know, sold off and then popped back up, but these have been pretty weak bars getting put in on the daily and intraday. It's not like we're coming way back up to sweep highs. So I don't know that I want to be buying in the middle of one of these and just getting cooked to the downside. Now, for me personally, and I'll finish up this analysis, potential buys if we crack lower. 46,000 evens a key level. We do have some volume down there. It'd be dicey to get involved with, but I would consider a long. I'd consider a long from down here. Conversely, we pop to the upside. I'm going to be looking short. Maybe around, I'm going to say the high 600s into 700s, 46 600s, 46 700s. If we pop back up around VWAP for a continuation, right? For that challenge of the lows again. Personally, for me, my trading and just, my data, I've got to look to find my way into more longs. I reviewed some data this morning, actually. I reviewed some data on this account. On this account specifically, right? So just recent data, nothing crazy. Not a huge sample size. Been trading this account for going on a month and a half now. I think getting closer to that, 6-7 week mark. Going fast. I have a strong bias for shorts. I've taken far more shorts than I have for longs. I have not taken a loss on a long trade. Right? There haven't been that many of them, but I have not taken a loss on a long trade. Every red day that I've had and every loss that I've had has been on a short. So that is telling me something. Number one, even in a bullish market, right? Because it wasn't just this that we're looking at data for. I'm too aggressive on the short side, and it's not always paying me. And on the longs that paid, I had a couple break evens in there, and I had a couple small L's. So I don't want to say I haven't taken a single loss on a long. I don't want to misspeak. But all of the red days have been on short days. What this tells me, just in general, right? If I'm going to apply this a little bit. Oh, sorry. All of the longs would have paid more. Also, they continue to go. Shorts as well. So 2 notes that I'm taking away from my general data, right? Like this is how I do my basic stupid review. What's working? What's not working? What could I do a little bit more of? What could I do a little bit less of? I could probably do a little bit more of the longs, right? Try to find my way into longs a little bit quicker, a little bit more aggressively. I could probably be a little bit more cautious on the shorts, be a little bit more patient, Market's going to start to turn at some point and sell off, and it's going to be super easy just to, to start hitting the short button like it might be right now. Getting ready to open up, guys. 9:30 a.m. Eastern coming up right now. And along with that, I could hold my trades longer. In general, my trades continue to move in the direction that I'm trading past when I close. Not always by a huge margin, not always by a massive run, but almost always by, a nice number of points that I could take in the direction of my trade. So we're starting to open up here, opening up immediately to the downside. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Careful there. Immediately to the downside on YM. Looks like ES is popping to the upside. I got ES bookmap running on the left-hand side here. Let's see what the market has for us. Trade well, my friends. Structure your risk. Accept it on the front end, and you can't do any wrong, right? You can't technically do wrong, but at least from a risk management perspective, if you structure and accept your risk, you know what you're in for. Again, this super school run, man, have to go. See you in an hour. See you in an hour, brother. Let's see, negative 2% on the day on Q. Ooh, looking for the bearish move. Morning, guys. Good morning. What is going on? YouTube kick. What's happening? Not in prop. Environment. Unfortunately. Close eyes, buy and pray. Be a perma bull will always be better than a perma bear. Yep, talked about that a little bit. For sure, for trading U.S. indices, I would say in general, being a perma bull is going to be better than a perma bear. Nice. Pray for prey. Forgot to pray. Close eyes, sell, and pray. There you go. Okay, so you guys are going both ways here. Problem with one technology. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see what we got, guys. Appreciate you hopping on, as always. Going to see what we got. We had no trade yesterday. I stayed patient in the live account. Got some trading in these super aggressive sim accounts, the side quest accounts. Talked a little bit about that with you guys on Discord. Gonna see what we could do today. So we got a little dip and then buyers stepping right back in on this bad boy, at least for now, here on YM and ES. ES and NQ right back to VWAP. NQ now cracking above VWAP. ES above VWAP. YM looking like it wants to follow. That's a pretty gnarly turn. This is a 15-minute chart, guys. I'm zoomed out, so don't be fooled. All right, that's a 160-point movement with one, with one mini right here. Off this low, we're coming up on $1,000, right? So this is pretty volatile. I'm also considering pulling a size down move, right? Dropping to micros, trading 5-7 micros instead of one mini. You guys have seen me do that just to be able to structure risk a little bit better. So let's see. Dip to the downside. Not quite to this area that I was looking for. If I was saying, really, really aggressive potential buys coming off of this area of high volume, right? This market structure, this price action. But we did tap all of this, right? Like, look at all these highs right here. We did just tap this, tap the high end of this, right? And maybe we want to pop back up, come back up to this temporary volume point of control, right? Like I'm talking about, these high 600s, high 700s. These are kind of the two areas that I'm looking to move towards, to and from today, potentially. If we start to get below this, we really start to get below the 46,000 evens here on YM. I don't know, man. Looking left, like that could be a larger move coming all the way down, right? Another 400, 500 points. I don't know that we do that today, man. Do we really roll in this market? Like, is this going to be it? I'm also kind of I'm trying to look long, because I know that if I stay too short, like the easy trade, right? Oh, trying to the downside, just get short, everybody getting bearish, and then what often comes, right? This. Maybe it's not a change of the trend, it's not anything, but this, right? We come back like all the way above, like 2 prior bar highs, and then maybe we turn, or then maybe we chop, we get a revert, but we get that like really gnarly clean out move that the US indices often do. So I am cautious of that, kind of like what we got in here on ES and NQ. We didn't really get so much of that on YM here, but I'm cautious of that, right? That correction after the larger movement. We've had some larger movements. You know, yesterday was not insane, but nothing to bat an eye at, right? You know, 850 some odd point candle to the downside. So no trade for me just yet. I don't have a setup coming right now. If I wanted to get aggressively, super aggressively long, it was going to be off of that zone down on the bottom. You know, what am I looking at up here? Just to mark this off. Sorry guys for being twitchy with this chart, but I got to come out to the higher time frame. You know, what am I looking at up here potentially? Something like this. That'd be pretty high up there, but that's going to be a potential zone to the upside, right? At the lowest end. At the lowest end, that's what I'll be looking for. That's not value area low. That's not volume point of control. It's not this big, high volume node up here. Not prior day high. But this is a bearish open, right? Down below all of the levels that I just mentioned. Down below prior day low. You know, it's opening up with weakness from the overnight session. So that often does set the tone. Getting this pop back up. Are we gonna sustain this? I got a feeling that we do, guys. I'd really like to. I would have liked to have find a way into this now, but let's see. Let's see. Interesting structure. Again, continuation play could be in store if you wanted to get super aggressively long on this. I could definitely see that as a play. But patient off the open, 7 minutes in. Let's see. See where we go from here. I'm also, again, guys, I don't mean to be like looking away from the screen or getting a little bit distracted today. I'm trying to confirm if anybody is getting any issues back end with Project X or Top 1 Futures, right? Because that's what we're here trading. And so far, no. No. Tech issues in my realm looking okay. Looking okay. Nothing reported with the data or anything like that. Cool. Oh, excuse me. Locking in here, guys. Taking a look at this market. It looks like we want to head right back up. That looks like it's all it's going to give us for the reversion play. You know, we are 200 points off that low. I think we go and check out VWAP, prior day low, potentially this zone here. I'm trying to frame, how I want to handle this in between there. If we get a retest down here, right, we come back down and fake out towards this low again on the 15. I might try this for a long. We come down and hit this zone even before we come back up to VWAP, before we come back up to prior day low, back all the way up to this area that I'm really looking at, right? Like the high 600s to 700s towards filling this gap. We get a little bit better of an entry spot down here. I might try it. Now, it's aggressively counter, right? This is a reversion play. We've sold off at the open. We're opening up down below prior day low. We've just continued to break lows, stay below VWAP, so this is aggressively counter to this action right here, but it's just the pattern recognition, right? That reversion play that we see. There's plenty of stats behind it if you want to look those up, but it's the same back to VWAP, back to area of high volume, back to key level area that I'm looking at off of the open. I don't know that we get it. This didn't really give me any shot at all, right? We sold off right into the open for 2 minutes, and then we cracked right back up. This VWAP's not in the right spot, by the way. So no option to grab that. It's not like we were opening up a little bit above pre-market low, Asia, London low, and then gives me a way to get long on it. So I'm going to be staying patient for now. That's what we got going on. Staying patient. I'd consider a long. If we head back down towards challenging that low. It'd be pretty aggressive. But I would consider that. Past that, I'm gonna go for a short play, but it's gonna be way up there because I think we head north right now. Let's see what the market's got for me. See what the market's got for me. What are you guys thinking? Let me know in chat. You guys looking long on this? You guys looking short on this? You looking for this market to just absolutely sell off? You looking for the reversion play? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, good morning, guys. Good morning, JB, A-Deal, Purple Ninja. What's up? Fast Money, what's up? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Jay, Alan, what's going on? How do you decide what account to trade? Personal, prop, personal, broker, etc. Well, every day for you guys here, with you guys, I should say, I'm trading this account, which is my Top 1 Futures pre-live account. Technically a pre-live account, but what most would consider a prop firm live account, right? That's kind of what this is called. Off of the open, and my primary focus over the last over a year has been with prop firms, been able to leverage other people's money, right? That's the main focus. And now this live account is the main focus. Past that, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday and the day before, past that, my focus has been personal live futures account, right? Leveraging a considerable amount of money in there to make or lose a lot on any given day. But I've really come back over to props even past this firm and this account right here because the opportunity is just so great. I can't step away from it. So past this into the afternoons, the middle of the day, I'm trading sim accounts, trading additional sim accounts with additional prop firms. Past that's going to be the live account. And on the back end behind all of that, which I hardly ever talk about because it's not really the same type of intraday trading. It's treading on investing, for sure. But past all of that is the investment brokerage account, right? The IBs, the Roth IRA, some of it is just straight up long-term investing. Some of it is more aggressive, what I think most people would call swing trading, stocks, multiple weeks at a time, that type of deal. But for the most part, for me, my focus is on prop firms, has remained on prop firms, and then second to that, live accounts. But I've bounced back and forth between how much time I want to spend on a personal live versus a prop firm live and then prop firm sim. And really, the experience here getting moved to a prop firm live account with Top 1 Futures and then be able to recognize, okay, so we took payouts in sim, right? We're able to take payouts in sim. And then you can get moved to a live account, right? A prop firm live account. Essentially risk-free with all of that money, right? Risk-free. And then have all of these additional benefits like daily payouts, uncapped, unlimited withdrawals, a request every 24 hour, no consistency rule. It's just so capped on the downside. And I think, I continue to want to be able to put more risk on and to scale up and to size up. And that is really appealing in live accounts. It really is. But the downside risk that comes along with that, obviously, is massive, man. And when you have a multi, $1,000 loss, for example, like that's not even that crazy for a lot of guys that trade. But, when you lose $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, maybe on a singular trade in a live account, it's hard to click in your mind and not go, damn, man, how many accounts would I have to burn through to lose $3,000, right? And how much could I possibly generate with the $3,000 in? My bad. Got to yell at a poodle. How much could I possibly generate with that? Anyway, thought process is there's no one best opportunity for, you, right? Because I don't know what that is, or I don't know what the best opportunity for you is, right? There's probably a best opportunity for me specifically. And that continues to change. It's dynamic, right? Your risk tolerance, your skill set, where you want to spend your time and how much risk you want to have on and what opportunity you could have for putting that risk on, all of these things. So for me, I've bounced around with, coming off of prop firms, what would that look like? Completely just trading large size capital and live accounts. And futures intraday, man, they are aggressive. They are really aggressive. Trading minis are really aggressive. And I enjoy doing it. I like attempting to turn a profit, and I like to leverage my own personal capital. There's so many benefits that come along with doing that. I think everybody should strive to do that. But at the same time, weigh the benefits and drawbacks of prop firms. And for me, I thought that after a prop firm live account, without copy trading, I would say, you know what? There's just not that much opportunity unless you're just going to copy trade 1,000 accounts. But there's firms out there alongside Top 1 Futures that have really, really, really good opportunities to make money. So I'm going to continue to do that. There's an upper limit, and here's the tough part. I'm watching us retest VWAP, man, and come back down on this. That might be all we do. That looks like it might be all we do, or it could be the fake out to retest VWAP to the downside before we come back through. I'm not doing anything here yet, guys. Whole lot of nothing for me. Obviously, you're going to see it in real time. But I think you continue to assess. Continue to assess, and the opportunities continue to change, right? Massive changes in the space over the weekend with the whole Project X debacle. But you continue to adjust, adapt, identify good opportunities, not so good opportunities, and then decide where you want to place your time. Oh, that's what I was going to say. There's an upper limit on how many accounts you can trade, right? If you don't copy trade them all, there's an upper limit, right? I'm sitting here trading this account. I have other accounts that I would like to trade. Unless you're going to trade all damn day through all sessions, which is difficult to do from a time management perspective, and where your edge is actually really present and where you have the best opportunity to structure risk, there's an upper limit, right? You can only trade so much per day before you're just forcing crazy trades. So that's something to think about and consider as well. Back to VWAP and then a test back down. Let's see, chat. Let's see. Let's see what we get here for our good friend Dow. Let's see. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always, man. Thanks for being here. We're here live 9:15 a.m. Eastern almost every damn day. 100% free. No paid mentorship, no crazy course or indicator that I'm trying to sell. None of that crazy stuff, man. I yap about prop firms. I yap about softwares that I'm partnered and affiliated with that I stand to make money from. Always like to be transparent about that. Do your own research, make your own decisions. But I run my stuff free 99. You can ask me questions. I give you all the sauce. There's no gatekeeping. Try to show you what real trading looks like for me. Along with that, I don't claim to be the best. I don't claim anything. I don't think I'm the best trader in the world. I'm still learning. I'm still figuring it out. I'm just a regular idiot. I'm not all of these crazy names that everybody gives themselves. Is so corny, man. Every time I hop on social media, the best ever. Nobody does it like me. Number one. I'm like, what the hell, dude? I never see anybody that's number one yell about themselves being number one, like ever. Anyway, I don't think I'm number one. We're number two. We're number three. But I'm happy to show you what real trading looks like for me. Regular idiot trying to turn a profit in the market. You guys can watch the wins, losses, the mistakes, the heartbreak, the disappointing losses of money and accounts, and then the run-ups, man. The grind. And I think that's why my channel continues to grow so much. I think objectively there are traders that are trading larger size that have much better track records than me, that are turning a much higher percent every day and every month. And I think I like watching those guys as well. But I think there's something to watching somebody like myself, right, who grinds it out every single day, shows a lot of transparency, tries to articulate everything that's going on in their rattling mind, and you can watch and trade alongside of that, and kind of be part of that journey. I kind of equate it to like training for any sport, right? Like I can't run with like elite runners, right? I can't really take too much from what the guys that are running like 2.5 hour marathons are doing. Like some of the stuff, but they're so far at a different pace in their journey that it's more beneficial to me to run with somebody maybe slightly faster than me, somebody that's achieved a Boston Marathon qualifier, but they're still within reach. I can watch, their stride, the equipment they use, the nutrition that they aim for, their training. I'm climbing in a climbing gym. I can't climb with the guys that are climbing like V8. It's none of it computes. It doesn't help me to watch them turn completely upside down. I gotta climb with the guys at my level, right? That are better than me, which I think is always important to challenge yourself, right? That are achieving the stuff that I want to achieve, but they're not. Example, in trading, maybe trading like multi-million-dollar accounts with huge size, pulling these insanely risk-aggressive moves that are super impressive, and I think there's a lot to be taken there, but that are just so many years, like a decade past where you are in your trading, right? Just a thought on that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the transparency. Maybe it's just my dumbass face. I don't know, but I appreciate it. We have over 13,000 followers here on YouTube and growing every day. It's crazy. A ton of concurrent people that hop on, over 2,000 in the Discord that I threw in the chat. It's awesome, man. I'm so grateful to build this community. I started putting out content early last year, and I didn't expect it to grow as fast as it has, man. So I'm really grateful for everybody here. I think it's awesome. Maybe it's the giveaways. My bad. Let me not like throw this out. Maybe it's the fact that we give away instant funded accounts almost every day here. Almost every day, because we didn't do one yesterday. Almost every day, random days, random times, no purchase necessary. We give out instant funded accounts. No challenge, no activation fee. If you hang out on the live session today, maybe you get a shot at one of those. I don't know. Gonna have to find out. Let's see. Good morning, Gus. Mr. Beast. Today, anything can happen. Yeah, we talked about that. Streamer Hub, what's up? Cook Smith, what's up? Kobe Clark. Yeah, top one not loading on the dashboard, Cloudflare. It's something with Cloudflare that's causing a ton of websites to be down. Like I said, I got notices from TradeSyncer, TradeZella, TradeDesk, X. I can't stream on Twitter right now. Something's going on with Twitter. I wasn't able to post on there earlier. Nothing was loaded up. And that's just what I know. But I'm sure if you Google it, you know, it's going to say Cloudflare outage affected all of these different big things. So we'll see. I think we finished lower, but we're waiting to see if we get a pop up first. Yeah, we got to pop back to VWAP here. Didn't quite test it. It's showing that it hit, right? Because VWAP's dynamic as this prints, but we are coming back down really aggressively on this one. I'm interested to see, man. Like I said, I was tempted on a long, and I still am. I would have liked if we didn't do this. I would be in long down here if we didn't do this. But now we're coming back through the low. We just gonna get a break of a test of VWAP and a sell-off here? It's kind of what it feels like. ES rolling over, NQ pushing lows aggressively. I don't know, guys. I'm still looking long on this. Maybe it's because I reviewed my data this morning, probably carrying an unhealthy bias because I reviewed my data and I had to face myself and look and say, why are you such a bear? Why are you taking so many short plays? You literally can't miss on the longs and you just keep taking shorts. But I'm going to look potentially long around those 46,000 evens if we get that slice lower. Right down around this low could be a play, but this is aggressively counter, right? I don't consider myself picking a bottom. It is a reversion style trade. This level right here, back above VWAP, untested volume point of control. All of these have a key, are key levels to be tested. Does that have to happen at all today? Absolutely not. Anything can happen. I would have liked this not to be tested, though. I got to be honest. I'm still going to look for it, but without a tested VWAP would have been much better. Yes, broke overnight low. Yep. What's happening? Cloudflare down. Yep. Not sure why a lot of us. Yeah. Cloudflare, guys. Cloudflare. Yeah, widespread issues, man. I don't know. I was talking about it with some other guys. Like, I don't want to put my tinfoil hat on, man, but like, I don't know what's good with the internet. I don't know what's up. The issues seem to be more and more frequent, and more severe and widespread, right? Like the AWS outage. I don't know, man. It's a little sketchy because everything is tied together, and sorry guys, I'm so tempted on this long. I don't want to be too aggressive on it. I could run this with micros. Come like way down here with a stop. I think the issue is fixed. Yeah, I don't think so completely. I don't think so yet. What's good, Zach? Let's get this money. Yeah. Yep. Let's get this shmoney, as the kids say. I don't know, guys. I got an indication of one thing happening over another today, and I really want to exercise it. But so here's what I was looking at, right? Talked about that initial reversion play. If we sold off, I said if we started sell off really aggressively, I'd be cautious. Like, I don't know if I want that smoke if we started to dump like really, really hard. We cracked to the downside. That didn't give me a way to do anything, right? If we got a little bit of buyers stepping in down around the, I'd say this zone, right around this zone, before we tested VWAP, I'd really like this long. We came back up, right, really quickly, showed some strength, like we want to come back up and catch a reversion here. And if we did this, we kind of dipped our toe higher, pulled back down a little bit, right, and got close to this low, like right where we are right now, I'm long. I'm long on something like that before we hit VWAP. We go hit VWAP and then come back down to the low. That's a little bit dicier, right? Like, the stats remain the same, that we are likely to go and test prior day low when we open up outside. We're likely to go and test value area low, volume point of control, right? Close the gap. We opened up gap down. It's counter to this overall structure. It's counter to the bearish days that we've had the last couple of days. But I'm watching this market, pull this move, and I might have to exercise it. Sometimes just the test of VWAP is all we get. I think I'm going to try this one long, guys. But I'm going to have to do it on micros. We dip a little bit lower. I'm going to try this long. Sorry for the humping and puffing and grumbling. That's a pretty gnarly selling pressure on ES. I'm gonna do this with a wider stop. I don't necessarily know if it's gonna be lower risk. Probably not, but I'm gonna need a wider stop. Aggressive encounter to this overall trend, but unless we let go, right? I could be completely wrong, and a short here, stop above this high, could be the play, right? We did break and retest VWAP. You know, continuation breaking out to the downside, just looking for this to be a huge bearish day could absolutely be the move. If we're just going to turn this into a huge down day. ES and NQ still rolling over, looking pretty weak. Could be in for a really gnarly down day, and I'm stuck looking for a buy from down here. I'm gonna watch this on YM. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm gonna watch this on YM, but when I go to trade this, I'm gonna hop over to micros. I don't know that I'm gonna run less risk per trade, but just a wider stop loss and a wider take profit. Adjust for some of the aggressiveness of this move. Double checking news. No, we don't have any news coming up. Let's see, chat. Let's see. Getting close to, we're at hitting that level right now. Getting close to that 46,000 evens that I was talking about. If we go, this could just be an insane knife, man. Short off a VWAP would have definitely paid on a day like today. If we really start to go, this could be one of those super duper down days. That's my super technical analysis comment there. But I'm going to try this thing long first. I'm going to try this bad boy long. And I'm going to do it on micros. I'm going for the reversion play today. Going for that Whippy Dow reversion play. Going to give it a little bit more time down here. See if we can't get a little bit closer to that 46,000 even. Ooh, we got some buyers. Got a little bit of buyers here.
Order filled.
I'm trying this one, guys. I'm trying this one. I'm long 6 micros. Yeah, I'm gonna go super wide stop on this. Like I said, not going to really run less risk, at least initially, right? Not really run less risk on this, but just run micro so I could run a stupid wide stop loss to start. I'm comfortable with us coming down here, testing this area right where I have the zone drawn on YM. If we just knife, I think we completely knife and it turns into a big, 1,000, 1,200 point down day where we come all the way down here. But first, I'm looking for this for a reversion, right? I think we could really get something nice out of this without really having to flip this even into a bullish day. So that's my play. Long 6 micros, right? Light position size. I'm usually trading a mini here. 6 micros from 46,088. Stop loss. This is very wide. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it way down here. Kind of the emergency stop, right? If we start to do something crazy, I might clip it. You guys really haven't seen me do that much because it's just not something I do too often. I'd like to get a little bit better at that, clipping my losing trades early. But I'm gonna run this one long. I'm gonna trust my system, my intuition, my discretion, the combination of all of those things. I'm also gonna trust my data. Again, like I have to trust my data a little bit, and my data is yelling at me. It has been for a while. It has been on ES. It has been for a while. It's really been this way for a long period of time. I find myself short more than I should be. I just objectively, especially on the US indices, I'm in more shorts than I should be. And I take more losses on the shorts than I do longs. And I have a way higher win rate on longs than shorts, right? So that doesn't mean just hit the buy button, never hit the sell button, right? It doesn't mean there's not going to be great opportunities for shorts. But when you have something that's stand out, that's showing, okay, you're doing one thing more than another, and that one thing is not helping you, it's hurting you. The opposite would probably work out a little bit better. Maybe you have to just tweak yourself and ask yourself those questions. Why do you find yourself in shorts? Why does it seem that you take more losses on shorts? Is it an unhealthy bias? Is it that you came from trading first, stocks and crypto, and when you came over to Forex and you could short the market, you were so excited and you're a little kid in a candy store and you never let that go? Is it the movement of the market where often it's the escalator up, the stairs up, where it's very slow, drifty movement and it's difficult to really read momentum to the upside, and it's so aggressive, and it's the elevator down, right? That's the comment on the market. It's often so aggressive to the downside here on the US indices when the market starts to sell off that we can be inclined to think like, it's coming, get ready, you don't want to miss that big move. Is it a combination of those things, right? Probably some combination of those. So anyway, that's my play. Long from 64,088. 46,088. Stop at 45,763. I think we catch a nice reversion out of this, or we just absolutely dump. the bottom falls out and this turns into a big down day, multiple percents across the U.S. indices. So I'm long, right? I'm gonna try to listen to my data. I'm gonna try to be a good little bull and take the long play, even when we're selling off a little bit. Try to find my way into longs, but that's the goal, right? Here, hold on, I marked it. Let me actually see. $16 shorts and 7 longs. I have a 30%. I'm trade direction. 75% of the time I've been short. That's too strong. It's way too strong. That's not good. Can't be doing that. And the only down days that I've had, have been shorts. So again, it's not enough to say, oh, just don't ever take shorts, like I said, or just get long. But I talk about review, right? I talk about improvement. I talk about continuing to try to get better. And you got to have that hard look in the mirror sometimes, and go, what am I doing? What's working? What's not working? Why do I find it so damn hard to buy the dip? Why do I find it so hard to get in long, or to get a continuation long? Like why am I so hesitant to do that, but I'm so quick to short? Why am I so aggressively, able to find my way in short? Especially on the U.S. indices. Like that's not a healthy bias to have in a bullish market on the U.S. indices. It's just generally not. You're going to do better, generally speaking, with a bullish bias. But maybe not today. This is weak overall. I'm counter to that movement. I'm looking for this reversion play back up above VWAP. Nice wide stop loss. Again, nothing crazy. 975 on the stop loss. 6 micros running this thing nice and wide. Good to see if we can't get a pop all the way back up above VWAP. This is something that I would hold back towards prior day low into that 600, 700 level. 46 600s, 46 700s. If we start to go to the downside, I think it could be really aggressive. So I don't know that I'd get a way to manage risk, right? I'd like to find myself out of these losing trades quicker. I do review and I do note on my losing trades. They often, once I get halfway, 3/4 of the way to a stop level, they are not really, they're not common to turn around. It happens, and I love holding my losing trades all the way back to entry and then all the way to a winner. I like trusting my stop. But there's some data to say, hey, man, once that thing starts to, move against you to really go, you could clip some of these. It's difficult, though. It's difficult because I do have decent invalidation points, decent stop levels, and I would have some if I started to do that come all the way back to beautiful W's. And I don't know. I have the predisposition to just hold. I have a better job just holding my trades back and forth through profit, through break even, all the way to a stop. Where I could improve a little bit, where we all can, just hold it longer. Just hold it all damn day. Like never let go of the thing once it starts moving in your direction. Add to it, maybe, Let's see, chat. Let's get it. Looking long at GC. That's a whole nother one. Good morning. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Kim ZE? Conscious Wash took the short on the pull back to the leg lower. 10 a.m. candle done for the day. Thanks. Nice. Took the short in agreement with what you said about price tagging VWAP. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Not a bad short play, right? I'm sure a lot of the ASFX boys, the VWAP traders, because my circle is a lot of VWAP traders. Not all of them, but the guys that you know that I interact with and trade live with, a lot of them are VWAP guys. And they're, they watch that, and it's a key level. Something like this today, I'm sure they go, okay, bearish off the open, bearish, initially. They're aggressively shorting the market right here, right? Does that play every day? Nope. Enough to be dangerous? Maybe. Maybe. Took a small loss. Yeah, part of the game, man. Part of the game. Ugh. Excuse me. Went long at the open, pop, but risk small. Nice. While we are hanging out here, chat, I'm going to throw this link in here again. Code RDF right now is getting you 55% off Top 1 futures. But even more importantly than that, we have, what's up, Mike Z? On Kick. We have Tradeovate, Ninja Trader, and TradingView coming to Top 1 futures very soon. Hopefully this week. Hopefully very, 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 very soon. Hop in the Discord if you guys want updates on that. Obviously, if you trade with them, if you or follow most people, you're going to hear about that. But we're hoping to get Tradeovate, TradingView, Ninja Trader launched. I'm hoping to hear them launch it, right? But it's been in testing for a while. They've been working with that group. Awesome to see them get that platform because, perfect timing, Project X is going away. Project X is going away for all third-party prop firms, everybody outside of Top Step, it sounds like. We talked about that a lot yesterday. I won't go into too much of it. But as of right now, with Top 1 Futures, and it seems like all the others, you're still able to trade on Project X. You're still able to buy accounts. You're still able to do your thing. They have an end date of the end of February next year, right? So we're talking about 4 months out. Less than 4 months out. And I think it's going to be time for everybody to get comfortable on the new platforms. Tradeovate, TradingView, Ninja Trader. Maybe there's something else at another prop firm that you work with. But those are going to be the options for Top 1 futures. So that should be rolling out. If you guys want to check that out when it happens, link is in the chat right now. Code RDF is going to get you the best deal. I also think, I don't know, what do I know? I also think that they're probably going to roll out a pretty big discount with this one. They're probably going to roll out like that Black Friday deal with this one. I don't know. What do I know? Stay tuned on that for sure, though. I think it's going to be a good opportunity to grab some Tradeovate accounts and start to test, right? Start to get comfortable. Going to be a challenge for sure. I hate changing platforms. I hate changing up anything that I'm doing. And I might just trade on TradingView. I probably will end up just on TradingView, logging in through Tradeovate to TradingView. But we'll see. We will see. Oh, game over. Zach, if you give away a account, it will be Project X or Tradeovate. Good question. I was going to get to that when we were giving away the account, but I can answer that now. If and when I give away an account today and tomorrow and the next day, they will be accounts for Tradeovate, Ninja Trader, TradingView. They are going to be on hold until that launches. So if and when I do a giveaway today, because I just don't think it makes sense to give out Project X accounts anymore. I don't want to do that. I don't think it makes sense. I'm only going to give out accounts on a platform that's going to be supported, that I don't know is not going to lose support in the next couple of months. I think that's silly to do, right? So if we run a giveaway today, it will be for a 50K straight to funded Sim Pro account from Top 1 Futures. 50K straight to Sim funded Pro account from Top 1 Futures on the Tradeovate Ninja Trader platform. TradingView. But it will be active and sent to you as soon as that rolls out for everybody. I don't know. Maybe like this week, like maybe really soon this week. It's already Tuesday. I don't know. Gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, that's the answer to that question. Make it 70%, 60%. Yeah, you guys are getting crazy. No, it is not gonna be. Come on, man. It's not gonna be free. Really hope the candlestick chart on TradingView times Tradeovate integration can be the second, just like Project X. It won't. It won't. There's that split-second delay that's ever present on TradingView that we talked about. I don't know why that is, but that's just it. Shout out to ASFX. Up $1,000 this morning. Done, so I don't give it back. Issuing a withdrawal to my bank account. There you go, man. Money in the bank. Love to hear it. You guys are the real deal in the trading game, for sure. Why are they going away? Home out. We talked about that a lot. Project X is pulling support. The reasons they gave were kind of just vague, but they are pulling support. So the general consensus, and again, guys, developing situation, right? Like nobody exactly knows what's going on. I can only speak exactly for Top 1 Futures. But the general consensus is that all prop firms except for Top Step will lose Project X very soon. They're probably all going to stop selling the accounts because the end date for support is the end of February. And then I'm assuming everybody goes, well, what if I have a Project X account? Well, for the most part, like 90+% of traders are not holding on to a eval or a funded account for 4 months. So once they stop selling it, majority of the traders will not be on it by the time that February date rolls around. And I'm assuming it will either be a forced migration where they're going to say, here's a Trade-Evade account with all of the same parameters, the profit, whatever it is, or they're just going to allow you to keep trading until you lose the account. But I'm assuming it's going to be the first one. They're going to kick everybody off at the end of February. But they're going to stop selling it pretty soon. You could get your tinfoil hat out if you want, or not just a tinfoil hat, just your normal, objective, interpretation of what's going on, or subjective, I should say. And look that Top Step seems to own or have a controlling stake or pull the strings, at least MP and them, behind Project X, and you could see the business advantage of them rolling it out to all of the prop firms, getting it, getting a bunch of traders comfortable on it, and then saying, guess what? Monopoly, we have it all. If you want to trade on it, come back to us. I think in the long run, moves like that for control, they don't bode well with traders, trying to force everybody onto one platform. Getting some buyers stepping in here. This is pretty nice. Getting, less choices, more control. Top Step this year said they had a lot of changes, but they said no other support for any other platforms. They dropped NinjaTrader, TradingView, Trade-Evade, Bookmap, all of the platforms, the dozen of platforms that you could trade on. I don't think all of that's going to bode well. I don't think what they did with affiliates is going to bode well, partners and affiliates, but I don't have any bad blood with anybody really in the space. I try not to. I think there's opportunity everywhere. Business is business, or it's not, and it's just, tech is tech, and it is what it is. So that's my thoughts. You guys form your own decisions. You decide what's important to you, not important to you. I talked a lot about this yesterday and over the weekend. Like, some of this stuff just becomes like prop firm drama, right? Oh, this person's doing this. Like, take the information that you actually need to make a good decision, where to place your money, who to trust, who to work with, and then, go from there. Well, what platform do I have to trade on if I want to trade with props, right? Look at it from that perspective. Not the like, well, they did this to screw this, and they said this, and then here and that. Like, how does that help you? How does that help you trade better? How does that help you get more money out of the markets or from prop firms, right? It becomes keeping up with the Kardashians, right? Like, social media for prop firms, it becomes like just drama. And I get it. It's engaging. It's an engagement farm, right? It's fun to listen to people argue, and it's why it's so popular across every other media platform. But you're losing focus. You're not reviewing. You're not reading a trading book. You're not back testing. You're not on the charts, right? You're watching brain rot all day and listening to drama that has no weight, right? Like, I hear so many guys talk about it, and honestly, like, I have to look at what the competition is doing. I have to look at this stuff if I'm going to be up on prop firms, if I'm going to be able to talk in detail about all of the different nuances and changes and things that are going on in real time and report it to my community. But even me, I'm like, dang, man, like, I got to pay attention to this crap again. Like, I just would rather just stare at a candlestick chart. So anyway, don't like fall into that, man, because it's calculated by them, right? It's engaging for a reason, and it has nothing to do with anything, which doesn't matter. They only care about that, that bottom line. So hate that delay so much. Yeah, talked about that. Top Step CEO, MP, was hinting at getting rid of activation fees before Thanksgiving. That plus having Project X. They're going to sweep the comp if that actually happens. I don't think so, Wellesley. I don't think so. I think they're going to get rid of activation fees, and I think they're going to raise prices, right? I think they're going to raise prices significantly, get rid of activation fees, and then probably also change some other rules. Like, maybe they'll make it better. They'll make it a 1 day to pass, right? With like, a big price tag. So it's kind of like an eval with no activation. But I think traders are tired of the control. I think a lot of traders are going to go, wait a minute. You're going to own the platform that you're forcing us to trade on, and nobody else has access to it. That doesn't sit well with me for what can be done on the back end with zero checks and balances, right? Not everybody likes Project X. I like Project X, but my entire community and everybody else and, around the space hates it right now. There's been constant outages, constant blown accounts, the AWS, the daylight savings thing, the issues on this platform are becoming more and more frequent. The slippage and fills, I've defended that a lot in the past, but I've started to speak on it myself. All of those reasons I don't think are going to bode really well for them. I think initially, right, you're going to get people that go, damn, man, I'm born and raised on Project X. I don't want to move, so I'm just going to do whatever I have to do to stay on it. But I think in the long run, you're going to go, okay, wait a minute. There's one firm over here that has one platform that nobody else has, or every other firm and my own live account can be on all of these different platforms that I can pick and choose from. I've seen this stuff before. Again, I don't want to speak too much on it, guys. I've seen this stuff before in other industries, right? The leader in the space, which is, no argument, Top Step. They've been here the longest, like 12 or 13 or 14 years, right? Very reliable. By far, they're doing business that nobody else even comes close to, right? And they have a lot of awesome features, and it's an aggressive program. It's a really great eval rule set, right? And I stand to make money saying the opposite, but I always try to be honest with you guys. But at the same time, watching all of the moves that they've pulled, it kind of feels like stuff that I've seen in the other industries that I've worked in, which is you're too big to fail, right? And we don't need to pay partners and affiliates. We don't need to market. We don't need to run discounts anymore. Forget all that. We're just going to focus on that bottom line, right? We're going to do things that are going to just help us make more money, right? We're making so much money, and why do we need all this other stuff? We don't need to try to gain anything more business. We have so much business already. Let's just do this. And you start to do things that are not in your customer's best interest. You start to do things that are really easily readable, like not good for your customer base, right? You're offering less choices, right? And then you're hurting them in other areas by being super cutthroat and competitive in business with, your competitors, like not collaborative. That doesn't go well for a long time, right? You give the finger to, all of your partners and affiliates, or you don't, you just change your program, whatever it is. That the brands, were built on the back of these guys, that doesn't really always go well. You leave the door open for competition. So anyway, that's my thought. But does that matter, right? Does that matter? No. This is not trading stuff, man. This doesn't not matter. Stay focused, guys. I try to really bring this stuff all the way back. If you want to hear my opinions on it, I'm always happy to give my opinion on stuff. But how is that going to help you get a better win rate or a better risk, per trade, or manage your mindset? It's not. Just focus on where you want to trade, what you think is a good opportunity, a bad opportunity. Hone in, make it simple. Focus on being a good risk manager. Focus on getting better at trading every day. Don't let this stuff distract you so much, because it's distracting you. That's brain rot taking you away from your goal. Remember why you're here. This is what I was really thinking over the weekend when I was watching so many people comment and talk about this stuff. Remember what's on the line here, right, guys? Remember what happens if you are wasting time paying attention to shit that doesn't matter, and you could have been paying attention to stuff that moved the needle forward for you, right? To make you some damn money, to start to get profitable in trading, to start to get consistent, to hit these big goals, right? Nowhere on your to-do list is it comment on 4 posts about people yelling at each other on X, or make sure I read all of the things and talk about all of the changes in the prop firm space and understand who owns what and what maybe is gonna understand it to the degree where you think this is a good situation because I don't think this prop firm is going to fold. I think they're reliable. I think I'm going to get paid out. I think they're going to be here for a while. But past all of that, man, it just takes you away from the goals, and I don't like to see it. I really don't like to see it, and I really don't want to contribute to it. So I will talk about it. I'll give you guys my opinion again, because we're all making a decision here with prop firms and everything else. I'm watching initial balance get ready to set. We're all making a decision to put our money with a business, right? Not in the market. And there's a risk associated with that, a big one, right? Prop firms don't pay out. They go under, they fold. There's lots of risk, outside of just trading in general. So you got to decide, what's a reliable one to look at, right? Who are the people behind it? What are the reviews? What does everything look like? What are the platforms they're offering? What are the changes that they're making? And make the best decision for you. But once it gets into all of this just BS, man, it's insane. Just drama for the sake of drama. Grown men fighting with each other like little babies. It's crazy, dude. Stuff is so corny. Some of it is just so cheesy. Like, bro, if this was the real world, I don't know. This probably wouldn't be going down. Anyway, I digress. So we got initial balance set, guys. We have the 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. open. We have the low and the high set. Let's go ahead and mark that up. Let's talk about trading. But if I could talk about one thing, man, I'll always answer questions. I'll talk about stuff. One thing I see. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I don't want to do that. Let me focus for a second. I almost went remove drawings from all. Oh, where's my... Oh, I'm on the micro chart. Duh. Let me mark this IB high and low. Here's really what I want to finish with, because my ADHD won't let me not say it. Remember why you're here, guys. Remember why you're here. Remember why you came to trading. What is your why? Why are you doing this? Why are you putting all the whole work in, right? What is your goal? What do you hope to achieve by all of this time that you're spending on this live session or watching this video anywhere right now? You're probably interested in trading to some degree. Why are you spending time watching these videos? Why are you spending time trading? What is your goal, right? What is going to help move you closer to that goal? And what is not going to help move you closer to that goal? Is grown men bickering and fighting and prop firm drama going to help move you closer to your goals? If it is, have at it, man. Keep watching that stuff, right? Keep going for the entertainment stuff. If it's not, remove it, right? Remove things from your day that are not helping move you closer to the goal, right? How much time are you spending on social media? They all track it. Look on your phone, like after you hop off the live session, maybe. How much time are you spending on X, on IG, on TikTok if you're on that horrible app, on YouTube, right? What are you watching when you're on those apps? What are you consuming, right? What is it? Is it straight negativity, BS, drama, hate, just random stuff? Or is it actually people talking about trading? Is it people talking about managing risk, entries, exit, stops? Is it people talking about mindset, psychology, sharing their journey, talking about what works for them, what doesn't work for them in real time, right? Being transparent. There's plenty of both. There's a ton of great information out there that your algorithm can be really a learning platform. And there's a ton that's just straight up engagement farming, baiting you into scrolling nonsense. Focus up. Ask yourself the hard question, right? You can look at both, but know which one where you're just kicking back with your feet up and you might as well just be drinking and smoking a joint, or which one you're actually putting work in. And don't mistake the first for the latter. Hope that helps, guys. Now, back to trading. I'm in long, 6 micros here on YM, 46.088. Stop all the way down at 45.763. Looking for a reversion back up towards VWAP, back up to break this IB high. All the way really back up here would be beautiful. Initial balance high and low. Let's talk about some edgeful stats. We're going to talk about the market. Talk about what we got going on here. Here's what I would say I'm trading against today, and then here's what I would say I'm trading for. Multiple things. Overall trend to the downside, right? Moderate multi-day time frame trend to the downside. Opening up below prior day low is a bearish indication, so getting long on that day is a little bit dicey, right? Our IB high and low, our IB low was set first. This side is more likely to, this side was set last. This side is more likely to break first, okay? What am I trading alongside of, right? What stats are helpful? Number one, a reversion, a sweep back up to test prior day low. There's a statistic behind that I'd have to pull up that is hit if we open up below it every day by what percent? I don't know if it's in the 60s or 70s. IB high and low is set. If we go and break this IB high, which is up here near VWAP, we are much less likely to come down and break this low. Conversely, if we break this low, we're less likely to come up and break this high. We have an untested volume point of control, right? We have a high volume area here that is coming off of multiple levels of structure up above price that I like to trade towards, right? We really didn't get this reversion play off of the open here from Dow. We tested, after a little bit of a crack lower, we tested VWAP, but not even hitting prior day low, closing the gap, filling this gap down, which is a stat for edgeful as well. All of these, right? If we were going to fulfill those those stats, we would move to the upside. Talking more discretionarily, like as this is trending back down to the lows here, we found some buyers here. We definitely got wiggly. I like this. I'm not going to close this as we start to break IB low. If we crack IB low, I think there's a good chance that we just absolutely dump, that this thing continues. But more likely, and what I'm aiming for and why I'm comfortable holding on to this trade right here, right now, I'd like to see this fail. I'd like to see this sweep one more time lower, crack 50 points lower, come right back in, back above this highs. That would look beautiful for that failed downside break of IB low and the continuation back up. At that point, I'd be trading for a double break, which does not happen often, right? It's important to understand the stats that you're trading, with and against. That is not a common move to happen. I will trade against that as I see fit, because before all of these edgeful stats, before, all of the those little nuances, I'm trading a very, very, very simple discretionary approach, a mean reversion style play on YM around the open, and then maybe a continuation play if and when that mean reversion play doesn't set up or just fails, right? So first off, mean reversion style play, right? We push lower off the open. We go and hit a couple key levels. I think we pull back up above VWAP. We go and take out everybody that's jumping in short. That's what we got playing out today, guys. That's what we got playing out today. Let's see. I also said that I would go through my Discord because I've been leaving some of you guys hanging a little bit in there. So I'm going to go through my Discord a little bit while this trade's playing out. Again, guys, we probably got a giveaway coming up later. I don't know. Maybe we got a giveaway coming up later. If we do, it's going to be for a 50K straight to sim-funded pro account with top 1 futures. No activation, no challenge. And it will come on a TradingView account. Come as a TradingView platform account. But I said I would hop through and talk about, here we come down to the lows. Maybe crack this IB low. Let's find out. But I said I was going to go through my my Discord. 100% free Discord. Pinned to the chat if you guys want to check it out. Issues. Yeah, you guys are talking about issues on Motive Wave. Talking about Cloudflare. Yep. There was a handful of people talking about in the Discord, talking about, what times of the year they don't trade, people that might not trade for the rest of the year, that type of stuff. I talked about that a little bit yesterday. I don't like U.S. holidays. I don't like trading on U.S. holidays. I don't like trading right before and after. I'm more cautious, I would say. During the new year, right? Like right into the new year and right into the end of the year, I'm also extra cautious. I think one of the worst times of the year to trade is the week in between Christmas and New Year's. In general, I think the reasoning behind the abnormal price action, the low volatility, the choppiness, the rapid changes in volatility is big institutions, all the big players, all the algos are off, right? Like they're gone, they're on vacation, nobody's moving money around, and the fundamentals that are driving this market movement are just not there. And there's a lot of changing that goes on, and that can contribute to even crazier price action. So right before and after major US holidays, I'm cautious, or I just don't trade. Like I got some stuff coming up for Thanksgiving where I'm not going to be trading. Talk about that. And then the week in between Christmas and New Year's is pretty trash. I'll probably run some lives and stuff, but it's pretty trash, man. Right before Christmas, that week, it's like if you're going to take a vacation, you're going to take a holiday right around the holidays. But as far as like all of January or all of December or all of the summer or every no news Monday, I think if you start doing that, you narrow your trading days, right? Like way too much. And here, ready? I'll ask. How many trading days really are there in the year is the question. U.S. stock market is open about 250 days. About 250 days. And some of those are going to include like partial opens and closes right around these, major U.S. holidays, in between these U.S. holidays. So it's really less than that. So for me to be like, well, I'm also not going to trade a month out of the year or something, I don't do that. I would just go and say, if there's something going on outside of the markets that makes sense for me to take a holiday, I take my holiday. I try to take my holidays around the holidays, right? Because the market's closed or it's trash. So that was some conversation on that. But yeah, I think it's just narrowing it down too much if you don't show up like that. But you guys decide that for yourself. Some people love holidays. They love trading around the holidays and stuff like that. I think, if you were going to take a whole week off between Christmas and New Year's is a great one. Right before Christmas, New Year's, right at the beginning and end of the year, exercise some caution, and around major U.S. holidays, on partial closes, right? Or when the bond market's closed and the stock market's open for half a day, like those are often like not it. S&P bulls showed up like we're back. Market said, no, you're not. That's a funny picture. Holding for a good time now. Any bounce in NQ? Yeah, getting close to 2%. Ooh, -2% on NQ, coming lower. Yeah, NQ down. It's coming back up a little bit, but down 1.3, 1.4% right now. Let's see. Spot on about the drama having no game whatsoever. Yeah. Great, thank you. Of course, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Let me see what else we had in Discord. We're talking about the prop firm stuff yesterday. Had some traders posting some awesome wins, some awesome reviews, some awesome losses, because good losses are part of the game. Let's see. Yeah, and then it was mostly just me yapping about the prop firm stuff. Let's see what this market's got for me, man. Testing down here multiple times. Buyers don't want to let it go just yet. If we go, are we going to sweep and then crack right back up? Or are we going to absolutely dump? I like this, guys. I like my entry. I like that we're putting up a fight. I'm going to hang on to this. Plot twist, the way that I usually do. I'm going to hang on to this. I don't know that we don't go. And if we come down and crack this low, there's a chance this turns into just a face ripper. We just melt like really aggressively. But I like this for the fake out. I like this for the selling right into the close yesterday. The selling pressure, right? Market loves to do the opposite of what everybody thinks it's going to do. Which is, it's just continuing to go. Just start to short it, right? But outside of that, man, this is a reversion play for me. It's pretty standard. I'm exercising a little bit of discretion on this one for sure with how weak the overnight session was and how I don't have like a beautiful sweep of a prior day low or sweep of a key level. That starts to happen as we're selling off. There's just nothing looking left here, right? So you got to come way out and take a look, right? And I did have a zone marked here. I'm trading the micro chart just so I could hop back over here. I marked this zone before we came down here, right? There's a reason that I have an area of interest here. We talked about it earlier. Let's see if we could pop back up to this potential resistance area, right? But I am on the micro chart because I want to run this one wide. Excuse me. Nice to see how it goes. Yeah. All right, guys, we got a bunch of people on. We got a few people on. I'm gonna throw this out early because I ain't going anywhere just yet. We're only on the stream for an hour and a half. We're gonna do a giveaway today. Plot twist, chat. We got a giveaway coming today. Giveaway for a 50K Top 1 Futures straight to Sim Funded Pro account. It's gonna be a Tradeovate Ninja account, Tradeovate Ninja Trading View, once it launches. So the person that wins today, let me be very clear about this. The person that wins today ain't getting the account today, because I don't feel good about giving out Project X accounts, which I can do today, that... You know what? You know what I'll do? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to even do that. Yeah, it's going to be when they launch, which should be over the next couple days. So I want to be clear about that. So giveaway at 100 likes, man. Go ahead, run it up. We're not going anywhere. We got 71 people in the stream, 226 people that have come on and off. If everybody hit the like button right now, I got a good feeling that we would cross that 100 like mark. But that's going to be up to you guys to do. You guys can figure that out. And on that note, I will get the form ready, and then I'll be right back. Why can't I do this? What's good? What's good, form? Why are we tripping? Let's see. There we go. All right. Giveaway form ready. Giveaway form is ready to go, chat. You guys run those likes up, and we will do a giveaway. And let's see. Giveaway. Yeah. What is Top 1 going to do with existing Project X accounts? Nothing. Keep trading them. You're going to go ahead and be able to keep trading them, as far as I'm aware, for right now. Right? Dynamic situation. But the end date, because Top 1 Futures gave the actual email like directly from Project X, which I thought was cool of them to do, gave them a lot of transparency, is February 28th. So here's what I expect to happen. 1,000 strong. And I know everybody always wants to know like what's going to happen. I expect them and every other prop firm that sells Project X accounts right now, I expect them all to stop selling them within the next couple weeks. You know, I think they're going to end that. Probably maybe after Black Friday, I'd probably say. Because you can still trade on it, right? You're still going to have support for it. You're still going to be able to trade on it. And once they stop selling it, right, in 3 months, majority of people will not have a Project X account. I hate to inform you of the stats. I don't know if you guys know this. Almost nobody holds on to prop accounts for a very long time. As the months go on, much less and less people have the account, right? So I think by the time we got to February 28th, if most of these firms stop selling it within the next couple weeks, they'll have almost nobody on a Project X account. Not everybody. Maybe I'll still be on this Project X account because it's a live account and I hope not to lose it. And I trade my accounts for a pretty long time unless I'm being stupid aggressive, which I am in other sim accounts. And I'll either pass or fail extremely quickly and then not hold on to prop accounts for long at all because I'm using very, very high risk. At that point, one of two things are going to happen. They're going to have a forced migration, right? Obviously, they're going to say, you're done. Here is your Tradeovate login. You have your profit and your max loss limit and all of your stuff. Or they're going to say, just keep trading it, and then once you lose it, you're done. Or if any change happens, you're done. If you get kicked to a live account, you're done. You know, you're going to be moved over to Tradeovate. That's what's going to happen. In no sense was that message like, oh my gosh, everybody run for cover. All of our accounts are going to go away, and all of the prop firms are going to completely screw us, right? That wasn't the message at all. It's that they're winding down support for Project X for all of the prop firms, right? That was the message. They have an end date of February 28th, months out, right? It's November. So I would anticipate the firms to get ready for that. Ooh, selling pressure coming back in. I'd anticipate the firms to get ready for that by ceasing sale of these accounts pretty soon, offering trade evade accounts, getting everybody over, and then the stragglers will, I'm sure, have a reasonable position. I can only speak for Top One Futures. That's what I've gathered from them so far, but they have not laid out any details there because they just got the notice in an email, I think, on Saturday, right? So they're all trying to figure out, how this whole thing's going to play out, what Project X will and won't allow, and yeah. Top one on TradingView will be lit. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think like we talked about, whether you like it or not, if you want to trade with props, if you want to trade with anybody other than the one that's going to offer it, that owns it, you're going to want to get comfortable on TradingView, TradeOvate, NinjaTrader. I'm not super stoked on it, right? I would be lying if I said I don't really like the Project X platform. I really do. I like the way the candles print. I like the TradingView chart. I like the user interface, right? The UI. I don't like the slippage. I don't like the fills. I don't like the lack of automated trade management. There's other little nuances that I don't like. I love the risk settings for newer traders. I love it. Love the ease of use. I like the mobile back and forth. The reporting is fine for me. So yeah, there's a lot of discretion that I use in my trading, and there's a lot of feel that I use in my trading. I think almost all of us do. There's intuition, there's pattern recognition, and I think it's really important to stare at the same thing all day, every day, if you're going to get good at that. That's how you build that implicit memory. And changing the entire platform that you're staring at all day isn't great. It's going to be a learning curve. It would not make sense for any trader for me to say, okay, you trade on whatever you use, NinjaTrader, TradingView, MotiveWave, trade like Project X, Rhythmic, and if I said, okay, for the next month you are on a completely new platform. Here you go. The trading's the same, the leverage is the same, the tools are similar, but everything looks and feels differently. The candles print differently, the chart's different, everything's slightly different. Go ahead, have at it. Do you think that trader is going to do better or worse? Worse, almost every single time. It's different. It's ever so slightly different. Like everything's the same, right? The trading's the same, the risk management's the same, the entries are the same, but the tools that you're using, right? If you're a technical trader, you are interpreting price, time, market structure, volume. Like I don't care how and what you trade. You're using your eyeballs, right, to interpret market generated information, right, to perceive it and then make decisions based on that. And if you change all of what that looks like, that's a problem. That's going to require a shift, right? A relearning of that ever so slightly, right? Most guys say, give me anything, right? I'll figure it out, but it's different. So I think that's going to be a challenge for everybody coming up this year, right? That's swapping platforms, but that's how this works, man. Trading, the trading space, the prop firm space as a whole, it changes very, very quickly, very, very quickly. The market continues to change, trading continues to change, prop firms, platforms, everything, and you got to be flexible. You got to be able to adapt. Are we going to crack or are we going to break this low, man? Like what? Are we going to pop to the upside or are we going to break this low? This thing is just dancing around my entry now. Decision-making time, man. We going down, or are we going to catch this reversal? Decision-making time on this. Either dump incoming, or we are popping to the upside here. But I don't think that we sit here for forever. I think we got a really gnarly down day that's going to set up, or this thing is going to be a nice reversion where we go and chop. We go head back up towards VWAP. We go and crack that IB high. But I don't think that we sit here for forever. I think we got a nice move coming, guys. So prepare for that as you wish. I am positioned long. Hey, Zach, would you be willing to try deep charts using your VWAP strategy? I don't know what deep charts is, but probably no. I got my hands full with all the stuff that I do as it is. Hello, here we go. Well noted. Weird ass price action. Yeah, difference between candles on different platforms completely throws me off. I'm very responsive to seeing active momentum. The flicks mean things to me. Yeah. Buyers are trying their hardest. I'm in shorts. Yeah. Listen, guys, don't take my trading as an indication of one thing to do over another, man. This could be a beautiful short play, right? Like, look at how this sets up. I'll always make the case against my trade. It's fine. Down below VWAP, breaking and retesting, selling off the open. Buyers can't, push back up. We tested it one time. We're close to IB low. There's a, it's going to go one way or the other, right? And everybody's going to either look like a genius or an idiot. That's how it goes every day with trading. But you don't look like a genius or an idiot if you understand how the market moves. It's very random on the short term, very consistent on the long term. But this could absolutely go. And if it starts to go to the downside, I think it could be very violent. I want to be very clear about that. I think if this thing breaks and starts to sell off, it could be very, very aggressive to the downside. But yeah, to Mike Z's point, for sure. And Mike, I know you were on Kick, man. So sorry. I know now you're on both platforms. Push it further into the zone. Yeah. It means stuff, man. It means stuff. It's like everybody talks about like the cockpit of a race car, because you cannot. The fastest race car drivers, they cannot drive each other's cars. They're almost the exact same cars, but they stand no chance to even operate the other people's cars. In Formula One, they're moving, the controls on their, not that we're Formula One drivers here, but they're moving the controls on their steering wheel by, millimeters, tiny amounts. Same with motocross, right? Like I used to race motocross really competitively. And I would hop on somebody else's bike, like the exact same YZ250F, right? Same year, same everything. But the controls are different. It's set up different, right? The suspension's set different. Everything's set different. I can't race on that. I can't win. I can't, ride that. So there's an adjustment, man, where you're going to have to adjust. So here's the overall thought. While you make that adjustment, you might want to consider de-risking. You might want to consider taking risk off the line. You might want to consider trading a demo account. It's going to take nothing for anybody to fat finger something, to hit buy when you're supposed to hit sell, to add in, to forget a limit order, or to not enter with a bracket on a brand new platform. And if you're trading a live account or a prop account that you care about, that could be dicey. So you could use the demo accounts with top 1 futures that they're going to have for TradingView, TradeOvate. You can just paper trade on TradingView to get comfortable with TradingView on TradeOvate. Don't be a fool with it. Take it slow right out of the gate, and recognize there's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be a learning curve. Whether you want to believe that or not, I think everybody outside of like super duper high time frame swing traders that are still going to look at the same chart and then just execute like from a mobile app or something, like everybody used to do with Forex and CFDs. Everybody outside of those guys, especially like scalpers, low time frame guys, like as most of you are, yeah, good to be an adjustment for sure. Anyway, guys, I will be right back. Y'all are at 91 likes. We got a giveaway coming at 100 likes. We try to break this low again. I will be right back. Chat. We got a break of IB low. That's not good. Oh, we got 100 likes. We got 100 likes. That don't look good, chat. That does not look good. But you guys did do good for a forum, so we're going to get that going. Let's get the giveaway form rolling, chatty chat. Yuck. Market. Damn, another down day. Getting long on the down day. Gnarly. All right. Giveaway form is pinned in the chat on Kick, on X, on YouTube. Not on X because you guys are not live today. But we are giveaway form is in the chat. All right, guys, real quick on this one. Trying to watch this trade. Real quick on this one, guys. Only fill the form out one time. If you fill it out more than one time, you're gonna get banned from everything. Definitely the live sessions, probably from Top 1 Futures. Don't do that. Don't spam the form. One per person. This is for a 50K straight to Sim Funded Pro account with Top 1 Futures. I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes. Let's say 11:15. Give you guys about 10 minutes to get it filled out. I'll let the stragglers come on. We're going to run a duck race, which is just a random number generator. It's really all that it is. And pick somebody. Like I said, though. Like I said earlier, if you win today, you're going to get an account probably in a couple days because this is going to be with Tradeovate. It's going to be with Tradeovate, Ninja Trader, TradingView, and those accounts are not rolled out yet. I don't feel good about giving out more Project X accounts right now, so I'd prefer to just give those out. So if you win, don't freak out. You're probably going to get the account in a couple days, maybe longer. Just depends on when they launch and when I can give out the free account that comes straight from Top 1 Futures. So that's the key. give me a good email too, man. Give me a good email, your name, you know, whatever that is. This way we can actually reach you. And as always, guys, appreciate you hopping on. If you just want to check out Top 1 Futures, you don't want to wait for this, you want to go buy your own account, link is in the chat right now. 55% off, still running. There it is in Kick as well for you guys. 55% off, still running. They are going to be launching Trade of 8 Ninja Trader Trading View coming up this week with a badass deal. If you want to get familiar with it, there it is. Code RDF is probably going to get you the best deal for Black Friday on Top 1 Futures. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be better than the email, better than the website, better than the Discord, because your boy hooks it up. Because we're on here hanging out, trading live every damn day. And we got a bunch of you psychopaths that are hanging out with me. All right. Why am I continually getting feedback? Let's see. Yeah, we got the forum, guys. Forum is in the chat. It's Real Deal Zach. I'll give you guys all the socials. So if you guys want to follow me across socials, I'm on Kick, YouTube, Instagram, and X. We ain't on TikTok. That's for children and Chinese spyware for your phone. We're not on Facebook because that's for boomers, and we're not on LinkedIn because we're just unemployed degenerates. But we're on the other ones. If you guys want to follow me across those, I post a bunch of stuff from my regular life, like sports and activities and just random stuff that I'm doing with my wife on IG, on the IG story. I post a bunch of reels, bunch of short form. I try to keep it actually valuable, like I talk about, not just waste everybody's time. On X, I do the same. I also run giveaways across all of them. Like right now, I have a giveaway running on X for 2 instant funded 50K accounts. No purchase necessary. It's just the whole like and retweet and follow thing. So if you guys want to follow on there, feel free, man. Be more than happy to have you guys hanging out and following along. Kick, YouTube, everywhere. X, it's Real Deal Zach. Real Deal Zach. But yeah, guys, I stream on Kick, X, and YouTube every day, 100% free, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Live trading, exits, targets, stop losses, everything that you're seeing here today. As we try to come back. Come on, YM, put the money in the bag, man. Don't make me look bad in front of my friends. I'm streaming live. Come on, man. You owe this to me. It has to go up. The market has to go up because I entered. Right? I'm just kidding. All of that stuff doesn't make any sense. But yeah, happy to have you guys on here, man. Be happy to have you guys on here hanging out. Again, I usually talk about trading. I talk about prop firms. I talk about like stuff that actually matters, but I try to have fun with you guys. I just think there's so many other streams where it's just entertainment. The whole thing is entertainment. There's nothing to do with any type of actually trying to extract money from the markets. It's just YOLOing full boarding accounts, which is so fun to watch. Don't get me wrong. It's so entertaining to do and watch. And then everybody's screaming at each other and drama. There are certainly some others out there. There are certainly better traders than me trading live for free, streaming, that are actually trading, live accounts and crushing it, man. But I try to keep it somewhat focused on here. Answer questions, talk with you guys, talk about what I'm actually doing, how I'm approaching the markets, right? How I'm actually sitting here trading with you guys, and try to provide value. But let's see, guys. Form is in the chat. Like we said, we got a whole bunch of people filling it out. Go ahead, get this form filled out. I'm going to drop it again. Here it is, y'all. It's also pinned, but it's in Kick and it's in YouTube. But always people ask me. Free Free 99, no purchase necessary. Go ahead, get it filled out. Just don't spam it. Don't fill it out more than one time. If you fill it out more than one time and you win, I'm going to make sure that you don't win. I don't know. I'm going to make sure that you get banned from everything. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't spam prop firm forums. I watched guys getting banned from prop firms as a whole for doing it. I really did. Watched it in another prop firm's Discord. They banned like 6 people from, not just from like the Discord, but from trading with them all together. Closed out everything. I was like, damn, man. So don't do that. Don't do that. Let's see. Yeah, you guys got the giveaway form rolling. Got a bunch of people filling it out. We're going to get the duck race ready. Getting the duck race ready. The people yearn for the ducks. Purple Ninja, if the market sinks, bro, it's going to crash out. Yeah. Yeah. If the market goes, like if it goes, man, the market's going to crash out, as the kids say. That's funny. But yeah, dude, like if we don't pull up, like where are we headed? We're just gonna sit here. I think we're aggressively coming down, like really aggressively. What do I think is likely to happen on this candle? I'm hoping for that long wick to the downside, right? That's why I'm long. I'm aiming, that we don't put 1,000-point candle in here, right? We've, got into the average daily range lows, right? There's reports, but you could just look at average daily ranges, right, on the high end of the spectrum. Brian in the Discord, honestly, I'd be lying if I said that him and Edgeful weren't influential in having me take a peek at average daily ranges, average session ranges. But even simpler than that, like, I don't know. I think we might find support and buyers here. Why? I don't know. Because, like, this is a level that we tested mad times, and I think that this is volume here, right? Like, here's the dumb way that I trade. I think that if we're going to bounce, we're probably going to bounce here from the middle of the zone that I drew with you guys earlier. And if we aren't going to bounce, I think that we're going to rip lower, right? I don't think that we're just going to, like, do nothing, So I'm long. I've got a way to structure risk. Does that mean the market has to do one thing over another? Does that mean that it has to go up? It has to go down? Market could do whatever it wants. If you haven't learned that this year, that Trump can whisper China tariffs on Truth Social or wherever he talks, and the market can fly multiple percent, I don't know. You didn't learn anything. So the market can do anything for any time. Okay. It's not coded into some secretive algorithm that some random person who's being kidnapped by market makers can tell you about. Okay. Market's going to do whatever it wants to do. Now let's see if it wants to go up to IB high. It's going to do things more often than not and create patterns, right? But on a short time frame, nobody has any idea what's going to happen next. Not even a little bit. If we did, we would all sell all of our cars and houses and remortgage them and then put it all on the very next trade, right? We don't do that. We use stop losses. We manage risk because we don't know what's going to happen on any one next trade, and we don't need to make money. All right, guys. We said 11:15 for the form. Got a bunch of people that filled it out. Let's see. Did anybody spam it? Do we have any spammers? No, but some of you guys put like random things in here. You have to give me information, guys. I can't give you your account if you win if you don't give me information. If you just put NA for everything, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get. All right, like for example, I'm only streaming on YouTube and Kick. If you put you don't have a username on YouTube and you don't have a username on Kick, where are you watching from? My brother in Christ, how are you supposed to win the I don't know what to do with that. You put RDF for your Discord name. I don't know. Shout out Team RDF, Real Deal Futures here, but you're not going to be in the giveaway. I'm sorry. Funny. Yeah, put something for your name. I don't care if you give me one name or whatever it is, but you guys got to give me some basic stuff. And definitely an email. Like, that's the non-negotiable. Need an email. All right. Yeah, no, you guys are good. Looks like it's all... It's crazy, man. I see so many of you guys on here every day. So many of you guys on here. Kobe Clark, Mike Z, always on. ADL King, always on. I don't want to miss anybody. Macro Time on here. Streamer Hub's been on a ton. Cooksmith on. Kim Z, always on. Fast Money's been on a ton. Tushar's been on and won. Ruben on here for sure. BT Arts won before. He's always on the giveaways. Chart Prints on here. Yup. Chuck G. Yup. VK. Vivek. Patrick. I see you. Big Frank on here. Alan on here. Hun Lan always on here. I don't know how to pronounce you guys' names. Ange Cart always on. Rob. Souls of Zero. Blue Water Cruiser been hanging out. Brian C. Obviously, if he's not just absolutely rinsing the markets day in and day out, he's hanging out on the live stream. Let me see. But we're gonna get ready to close this out, guys. Last chance to get it filled out. Alex on here all the time. JB Spider, Homat Designs, always. Wellesley on here, asking questions earlier in the chat. Wolf, obviously. My bad, Wolf. Let me not offend anybody. I don't think Wolf's missed a day since I've... Oh, no, I've had some guys that have come on and off since before, but Wolf's been a very... Wolf's an OG. Purple Ninja, OG, been on here for forever now. Vikram on here a ton. I see the same name. Some of you guys have a lot of overlapping names, but Mark 4-Footed, Jess on here. What's up? Let's see. FreeZek's been on here a ton recently. Chart Killer, Go Run CH on here. Relaxing Zen on here. God's Battle. Yup. We got the OGs on. Crazy, though. You guys are awesome. All right. Let's see. Closing out the form right now, guys. It's time for the Ducks to run. And I know somebody was on here earlier that was giving me mad information about marble races and different races and fun stuff that we could do. I'm an idiot, man, and I just have my hands full with so many different things. So I apologize for never getting the marble races or the different cool races that we could set up on here set up. But the Ducks are fun. We're going to run the Ducks again today. All right, we have... It's time, chat. It's that time of the stream. The time of the year that we all know and love. It's Christmas, guys. No, it's, for the holidays? Oh, listen, let me just say it before I run this. Listen, I have a lot of holiday cheer, okay? I'm a festive person, guys. Thanksgiving, I'm giving thanks. I'm giving thanks this year to all of you that are on the stream. You ain't gonna want to miss the day before Thanksgiving stream on here. I think, I don't know how many duck races is my upper limit. I think we ran 5 one time. I think we might break out to new all-time highs. I think they might actually make me pay for this because I run it too many times. Hop on around Thanksgiving, man. Hop on around Christmas. Hop on around New Year's, man. I'll be really happy to try to get back to you guys. Y'all are awesome for being on here. Thanks for being here. I'm grateful for you guys. I am thankful for you guys. Now, on that note, this is for a 50K straight to sim funded pro account from Top 1 Futures. It's going to be a Tradeovate Ninja Trader Trading View account. Don't ask me where the account is in one day. I will get you the account. If you don't have it by the time Tradeovate Ninja Trader Trading View launches with Top 1 Futures, definitely hit me up. I'm traveling coming into next week. But it's going to be with that once it launches. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. 89 ducks in a row. Let's go. Let's get it. Big stream today, guys. Big stream. Over 400 viewers. We got 74, 76 sitting on the stream just on YouTube right now. Got a handful on Kick. Appreciate you guys being here, man. I appreciate you guys. What time is dinner? We'll be over. Yeah, I can't do that. Run turkeys next time. If there's turkeys for Thanksgiving, we're running turkeys. Duck time, no name, always on here. Let's go. Enrico, Aldo, FTW for the win. QQQ, let's go. Yeah, I think we're going to bounce, guys. I think we're going to get the longs here. Let's get it. Thank you, Zach. I hang out. I'm here all the time. Mark 4-Footed. Oh, yeah. Tushar here all the time. Mr. Beast here all the time. Pro Trader. Big Frank, always here. Daniel Holder, always here. Always here. I don't want to miss anybody. Big Frank, ADO King, B Frosty's here, Kobe Clark, PJ, VK, Aldo, all you guys. God's Battle, we said. Lee, if I win a TradeOvate account, will the firm give us the additional TradingView integration, or we have to pay for it? You get to log into TradingView. I'll make a video about this, guys. You get to log into TradingView with any TradeOvate prop account. That's an added benefit. You can log in to TradingView and trade with real-time data through TradingView. If you want the additional benefits that come along with paying for TradingView, which most people are going to, and I'm biased because I'll use a paid version of TradingView, and even though I'm not posting codes or links, I don't care. You probably want all of the extra indicators, all of the extra alerts that you can do, the settings, the more data for back testing. You probably want all that stuff, and that all comes with the paid version of TradingView. But chat, I don't know. I'm just kidding. 30 seconds to go. Let's see who's out front. Chart Prince, Alex down on the bottom, Kung Flu Lee, Sir Zix Wan, Rob, Alexandria, Wellesley, Nani, Deef, 7, Q4H, Tricky Fiber, 14, Carlos. Rob holding strong in the middle there. We got some ducks hitting stop losses. 16 seconds to go. Alexandria looking really strong. Really strong here. Wolf, Lone Wolf. Oh, he made a run for it. The 61 duck in the middle. Kung Fu Lee. Who is this up top? Rizkey, the Rizzler. Uh-oh. Oh, down on the bottom. That looked like the grandma duck was going to do it. Wait a minute. We got a W. We got a W, guys. Let's see who we got. Who the hell is this? If you're in the chat, say what's up. Riz. Where is this person? Let me look on the actual form. Yeah, Risky. I don't know how to pronounce your guys' names. I'm sorry. That's actually the person's name. Rizky? Rizky? I don't know. I'm an idiot. What's up? We got a winner here. Duck. No commercials on Kick. W. Yeah. No, let's get rid of commercials for now. Congratulations, W's in the chat. W Duck, W Trade. We're gonna see. Duck roast tonight. Oh yeah. Streamer Hub. Congratulations, Risky. Damn, Lone Wolf was about to have a heart attack when he saw that duck pop up. Risky for the Bisky. Yeah, Risky for the Bisky. Now, I've seen this name before. I've seen this person before. W's in the chat for Risky. We might be getting W's in the chat on this trade. I do not know, chat. This looks like a failed breakdown of IB to come back up and crack through all the way and piss everybody off on the shorts. We're going to see. Guys. All right, I have to stop this duck from cracking. Let me actually mark this so I don't mess it up. Rizky, you are the winner of a 50K straight to sim funded pro account from Top 1 Futures. If you want to check out the account that this gentleman just won, you want to get your hands on one of the best opportunities in the instant funding prop firm space, in my humble opinion. Link is in the chat. Code RDF gets it done. It's funny how normal market days that don't have 400-point candles are like, why isn't the market moving? Yeah, I agree with that. But guys, if you want to check this out, link is in the chat. If you want to check out Bookmap is down below this video. I really didn't talk too much about Bookmap, but we got a discount going on Bookmap. Again, I'm partnered. I'm affiliated. I stand to make money. I can't be unbiased if I stand to make money. I do. So do your own research. Make your own decisions, right? Outside of that, guys, I will be here trading live with you 9:15 a.m. Eastern tomorrow and Thursday. Quick schedule coming up. If you're in Discord, you know about this. No live sessions Friday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. I will be, was about to dox myself. But I will be in a different location doing another side quest, as I so often am. It won't be diving in the tropics. It will be up north in the woods, in the snow, hunting for white-tailed deer. I do a lot of random stuff, guys, but I will send pictures and videos and just show you guys what I do, but I'm going to be hunting for big game bucks. That's my game plan ahead of Thanksgiving. It's a tradition I do with my father. I've been doing that for a while. Anyway, guys, no live Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Live session on Wednesday that you're not going to want to miss. We're going to have some fun. Live session after Thanksgiving on Friday, but limited lives coming up through Thanksgiving week. Not a great week to trade, in my humble opinion, but go ahead, have at it. I'll keep you guys updated. Hop in Discord. Link is pinned in the chat everywhere. Hang on one second. Yeah, I only say that because about all the stuff that I do, because I have people like, bro, why are you like, what are all of these activities? Like random like things. I'm always like doing like random, I don't know. I like to do a lot of different stuff. Life's got a lot of fun stuff, and I like to go and play all the games. Anyway, quick disclaimer, guys. Got sidetracked here. Quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. I'm just an idiot here yapping on YouTube for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even if funded prop from accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that I was just talking about that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. I'll keep you guys updated in Discord on everything that we just talked about. Trades, prop firms coming out with new platforms, live trading, giveaways, all that fun stuff. Talk to you guys soon. See you in Discord. See you live tomorrow, 9:15.